Okay, hello students. In last video we have discussed only two properties of cross product. Next we have third property is there. What is the third property? In first property we have explained cross product does not obey commutative law. That's why cross product is anti-commutative, and the cross product of two perpendicular vectors must be equal to the magnitude of two vectors, and the direction is a plane containing the direction is perpendicular to the plane containing the given two vectors. That is our second property, and already we have applied to unit vectors also. Okay, and the third one is the cross product of two parallel vectors. The cross product of two parallel vectors. What is the cross product of two parallel vectors? What you will get here? Okay, cross product of two parallel vectors means two parallel means the cross product A bar cross B bar is equal to AB sine 0 into n cap, because if these two are parallel, okay, A and B, what is the angle here? 90 degrees, 0 degrees, cos 0. Cos 0 on, sorry, sine 0. Angle is 0, then AB is sine 0. The value of sine 0 is 0. So totally what you will get? A bar cross B bar is equal to 0. A bar cross B bar is equal to 0. Like this we can write. Similarly, if we apply to unit vectors, ఒకవేళ ఇదే కాన్సెప్ట్ని యూనిట్ వెక్టర్స్కి అప్లై చేస్తే ఐ బార్, ఓకే, ఐ బార్ క్రాస్ ఐ బార్ ఆర్ ఐ క్యాప్ క్రాస్ ఐ క్యాప్, or if you apply j cap cross j cap, or if you apply k cap cross k cap, what you will get? It must be 0, because j cap and k cap, these two are lying along z axis. That's why these two are parallel vectors. That's why the angle between these two must be 0, and finally the cross product is 0. In the same way, I cap cross I cap, j cap cross j cap, and finally you will get the same value. Okay, unit vectors, if you apply it, then it will be like this. And we have fourth property. What is that fourth property? The cross product is, which obeys the cross product, okay, the cross product is distributive, means it obeys distributive law. It obeys distributive law. You know what is our distributive law? A bar cross B bar plus C bar is equal to A bar cross B bar, okay, like this, A bar cross B bar plus A bar cross C bar. No need to derive the things, only just you have to write the equation. Definitely it will obeys. Just to write the equation like this. Distributive law. Like this we have two properties we can explain here. Just to write. One more property also we can write. One more property we can write. If we represent two vectors are adjacent sides of a parallelogram, then the magnitude of cross product, the magnitude means A bar cross B bar, this magnitude is equal to area of a parallelogram. Area of a parallelogram. This is also one of the important properties. Okay, area of the parallelogram that we will discuss here. First you write, shall I rub this one? Okay, this is also one of the important property here. Means how we can derive it. Simply, if you write like this, if this one is A bar, okay, and this one is B bar, and how these two are adjacent sides. Suppose this angle is theta, and these two are adjacent sides of a parallelogram. Like this, we have a parallelogram. Okay, this is what we have, parallelogram, A bar and B bar. Then the magnitude of these two gives the area of a parallelogram. అంటే దీని యొక్క magnitude మనకి ఏమొస్తుందమ్మా, area. How can you find out this? The magnitude of this one is, shall we give some names? P, Q, R and S. Simply drop a perpendicular here. Drop a perpendicular. Okay, like this you have to drop a perpendicular. This is what we have, parallelogram. Okay, parallelogram. What is the next point here? The magnitude of cross product. The magnitude of cross product means here I will write A bar cross B bar is equal to AB sin theta. AB sin theta. Need not to write the n cap, only because n cap gives a direction, but here only we have to find out the magnitude like this. That's why here we can write A into B sin theta, you write separately. Why you have to write separately here means, here this is B, okay, this one is A. The angle between these two is theta. Then the component of this along this direction is B cos theta. Already you know the component of B along this direction is B cos theta, and this direction is B sin theta. That means here along SH is B sin theta. Can I write here one name? PQRS, T you write, ST. Means here instead of writing B sin theta, I will write A, okay, into, instead of writing B sin theta means this one, okay. Shall I write this one as this, consider as height, okay, height. Shall I consider this one as height? Okay, then B sin theta is nothing but ST, and this ST is nothing but A bar into height, and A bar is nothing but base into height, base into height. This base into height gives area of a parallelogram, like this we can write. Okay, simply we have to find out the magnitude. Here magnitude is A bar cross B bar. The magnitude of A bar cross B bar is AB sin theta. A instead of B sin theta I will write as ST, and ST is nothing but height. Area A means this one, A vector, base of the parallelogram is A bar, and this one is height. Base into height gives the area of the parallelogram. This is what we have, one of the property here. Fifth property, First you write this one. One more property we will discuss. Okay, sixth property. Same way, if two vectors, if two vectors, if two vectors are represented by the sides of a triangle. In the previous case we have taken parallelogram. Now if two vectors are represented by the sides of a triangle, then the magnitude of క్రాస్ ప్రొడక్ట్, ఇంతకుముందు మనం ఎలా అయితే తీసుకున్నామో అదే సేమ్ క్రాస్ ప్రొడక్ట్, ద magnitude of or the half of the two vectors are represented by the sides of a triangle, then half of the, shall I write here, then half of the magnitude of cross product is equal to area of a triangle. In the previous case, the magnitude of cross product gives the area of the parallelogram, but here half of the magnitude of cross product is equal to area of a triangle, means half of a bar cross b bar, okay, magnitude like this, is equal to what you will get, area of a triangle. This we have to prove it. Half of the magnitude of cross product gives area of a triangle. Okay, we will prove this one also. Shall I rub this one? Okay. Now here just you have to consider in the previous case, here also this is a bar and this one is b bar, okay, a bar and b bar. This is what we have, a triangle, okay, this is what we have, a triangle, a bar and b bar. These two are sides of a triangle, and this one angle is theta, the angle is theta, and here we have height, this one we have to consider as h, and I will give some names, PQR. Now I will write the value. First, a bar cross b bar, magnitude of a bar cross b bar is nothing but AB sin theta. But here what he explained, half, that's why I will multiply half on both sides like this. I will multiply half both sides. Then half of a bar cross b bar is equal to half into a into, you write as it is b sin theta within some bracket like this, okay. Then here also what is the value of b sin theta? Same, if this one is a and this one is b, this B component along this direction is B cos theta, along this direction is B sin theta. That's why this is also height, and this height must be equal to B sin theta. This height is also equal to B sin theta. That's why here I can write half into A into this one is height, H. That is nothing but half into A, this side is base into height, half into base into height, half into base into height. What is the value of half into base into height? Half into base into height is simply area of a triangle. Area of a triangle. In examination point of view, suppose the question may come like this: what is a cross product, and write its properties. Anante, no need to derive all the things. Simply, directly you write the property. No need to derive this one. Only you write this one. Okay? Only this one. Just now we have discussed the magnitude of cross product must be equal to area of a parallelogram. Half of the magnitude of cross product is equal to area of a triangle. Simply you write like this only points. No need to derive this one. For our purpose, how it is possible అనే కాన్సెప్ట్ తీసుకుంటే మనం డిరైవ్ చేసాం. నో నీడ్ టు డిరైవ్ దిస్ వన్. ఓకే, దిస్ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో వన్ ఆఫ్ ద ప్రాపర్టీ హియర్. ఓకే, shall I rub this one? Okay, last one. We will write one more property here, but this one is very, very important for problems. Okay, maybe 6th or 7th. The cross product of two vectors. The cross product of two vectors, A bar and B bar. A bar and B bar in rectangular components. In rectangular components. Rectangular components. How we define rectangular components? The cross product of two vectors A bar and B bar in terms of rectangular components. Like this, we have to find out here. Rectangular components means, suppose if A bar is equal to AXI cap plus AYJ cap plus AZK cap. Okay, like this. B bar is equal to BXI cap plus BYJ cap plus BZK cap. How can I find out the value of A bar cross B bar? This find out check. How can I find out? Simply, if you write mathematics AXI cap, AYJ cap, AZK cap cross BXI cap plus BYJ cap plus BZK cap. ఇలా తీసుకుంటాం. And if you multiply AXI cap with BXI plus BYJ plus BZK, this 3 you have to multiply it. Next, AYJ with BXI plus BYJ plus BZK. Next, if you multiply AZK with these 3 terms, altogether we have total 9 terms are there, and it is very somewhat we have to difficult to, of course it is not difficult, but it is some lengthy process. For that, simply we will derive with determinant method. A bar cross B bar is equal to I j I j k ax ay az bx by and bz. Like this you simply find out with the determinant form. It is easy for us. Simply we can write ax. First I have to find out with ax, ay and az. Okay, first you observe here. If I want to find out this term, అంటే దీనికి సంబంధించిన రో, దీనికి సంబంధించిన కాలం. Okay, these two have to remove it for ith term. Then I can write I cap into ay az by bz. Okay, this determinant you have to find out. I cap minus, again I have to take out j. Okay, this j, vertical and horizontal column, you remove it, and finally what should be the one value? ax az bx bz. This one is j. I minus j plus k horizontal and vertical, you remove it, and finally what you will get? ax ay, next bx by, determinant of k. Like this we have to find out. And finally here you can write AD minus BC. AD minus BC, suppose this one is A, B, C, D. The formula is AD minus BC. What is AD? AY BZ minus AZ BY into I cap minus, here next, AX BZ minus AZ BX, like this, plus K I J cap. Next K, what is the K? AX BY minus AY BX into K, like this. It is easy for us to solve the values. Okay, like this we have to find out the determinants here. Better you write this one A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. AD minus BC. This one is AD minus BC. Just for understanding this one. Okay, this is also one of the property here. Like this we have so many properties, but major we have 7 properties. In exam minimum 5 properties you have to write if they ask for 4 marks. Okay, minimum 5 to 6. Easy properties, you select it. Okay, you copy this one.